in my 5 years went from $35 million to $65 million in 5 years. We can't continue. It's going to bankrupt us. It's going to bankrupt every company. And I'm just one example of an entity that has 7,000 employees. So $35 to $65 million in 5 years. We need something from the federal government to fix this problem. I don't know if it's universal health care. I don't know if it's whatever it is. It's got to be fixed at the federal level because they got to take that burden off our back so we can get back to governing again and spending our tax dollars so we can do our parks, do our roads, do our bridges, not just throw $30 million to health care that's actually worse coverage, let more deductibles, and we're treading water to keep our head above water. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it under the system. So the answer is
you
yes.
aren't, but what I'm saying is this is a statewide proposal that will save the county of Erie $5 million a year. So I can only imagine how many millions it will save Allegheny County. So we appreciate the meeting.
And I would love to do it. And I just had dinner with your county executive and your mayor about 2 weeks ago. So I have a great relationship with them. I'd love to work with them on that issue. Yes.
Yeah. You talked about health care, and I'm thinking in terms of health care and purchasing and things of that sort. You fund many of the nonprofits in Allegheny County. Would you be willing to extend your purchasing and your health care contracts, things of that sort, to NPOs in order to pick up those economies of scale and save us all money?
You know what? The answer is yes. I'm willing to do it. But what I found out, which stunned me, when I first got elected, I tried to wrap the county, the 3,000 employees at Port Authority, and I even called the mayor and tried to get all the city employees to go to Highmark and UPMC to say, you can have all of us. We want a good deal. We try to get the economy of scale. Problem was, Highmark tells me and UPMC told me, you don't want to do that. If you go in with the city, your rates are going to go higher because the city has a higher incident rate because of fire, police, and garbage. Their incident rates are so high, it would have pulled our rates higher. So they might have got a better deal, but I would have had to pay more. So it wasn't a benefit.
Putting aside the city of Pittsburgh and the garbage bin.
No, but with your point,
if
the answer, that was a long way of me giving you an answer. Do it on one condition: my rate's got to come down. Yes, if we can get a better deal, yes, we'll do it. The economies of scale. I don't think there's any competition out there. That's the problem. These guys, I went out there and put out for bid for 5 different companies. They all came in 65 million, 64.5 million, 66 million. They were all within $1 million of each other. I don't get it.
Mr. Onorato is going to be hanging around for a little bit more time. So I think maybe we can take one more quick question with a quick answer. So and then he will be available for discussion because we really need. Hopefully you've been thinking about your sessions for the wall. The walls is being built. So he won't be offended while he's answering if you start working towards the towards building the wall. So let's go ahead and do one more, and then we're going to move, and I'm going to let him make the decision of who that's going to be.
Thanks. Our group is working within the metropolitan West Pittsburgh area to try to put us on the map politically. That whole metro western Pittsburgh thing. When you say Southwest, what do you mean by West? How would you categorize where you're involved in as far as West is concerned, where your interests are? And do you have any active groups that you're involved in within these communities that would interest us in the Metro West area of Pittsburgh?
Quick answer. The Southwest, normally when we talk about as politicians, you can go to the SPC as an example, as the Southwest. That's the 14 counties in the Southwest corner. I'm currently the chairman of the SPC that rotates yearly by a commissioner of a different county. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is if you want to look at Allegheny County and the 4 or 5 counties that border us. But I would say it's the 14 counties in the Southwest when we talk about the Southwest.